Hello, everybody. Monique and I figured out how to screen share what's on her computer now. She was on her phone before, so now she can show you some of the links that we were referring to in our previous broadcast with those guests.
Yes, so here is the supplemental rendition of our episode of For the Love of Truth, the Truthers Forum with Rick Martin and Edward, who's also a lawyer, and that's all I'm going to say on him to not disclose who he is. And we had Stan from the Constitutional Law Group.USA as well. And so most of these slides are going to be from the Constitutional Law Group. So as I was mentioning in the show, I had gone to resources. I clicked on resources, and then I got to mass tort claim. And you should be really looking at this, all right? But make sure you know how to do this. So let me just click on resources. Okay. And then automatically it's going to come down where you can see all these different links. Okay. So let me get to a different one on resources. This one is the 183 document that was discussed with regards to the notary. And you can find that.
What's weird is now it's not showing your screen anymore for whatever odd reason.
Oh, I see. Okay. This is why, because I went to a different screen and I actually have to click on each individual one. So now you should be able to see it. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah. Now we will add that. Yeah. Here we are.
Okay. So this is how I got there, just in case, because it might be a little bit difficult to find. Let me share the screen again. One moment. Okay,
yeah,
one moment. So share. Oh,
yeah, because it's showing right now here. But were you sharing your full screen, or were you sharing a specific tab or program before? Because I'm not sure what it looks like on your end. That's the only thing.
I have different windows up, so I have to click on each individual one. I have to share and then click on it. So here is how you can find the honor-dishonor process with the notary. So you should be able to see the Constitutional Law Group. I click on resources. Okay, there's resources. And then I'm going to get to links. You want to get to that 183-page document by going all the way down. After traffic law. Okay, so more PDF documents is where it is. And you click on Notarial Protest Manual. That's the 183-page document. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So let us go to the next, let's go to the next slide. So let me go stop the share. And then I'm going to share the screen with a different file. Wait a minute. That's not what I wanted. Okay, the next one. Okay, it looks like I have to stop and then share each time I want to do this. Share.
Yeah, that's because I'm pretty sure there's a way for it to allow just sharing the whole screen, whatever is on your screen, so that you'd be able to switch between them much quicker. Because I just don't know how it works on whatever computer you're using. If it's different.
All right, well, let's just do what I have right now. So BitChute.com, there's a lot of different doctors we were talking about. I just want to show you how you can find some of their videos and the newest ones too. So Dr. Judy Mikovits, you should really check out her. I mean, she was the one who was arrested, not charged. She's a very honest and just a good-hearted person. You can see that when I put her last name in, you can find all these resources. If you want to find the newest video by her, just click on relevance. If you click on relevance, newest first, and then you can click search again, and then you will find the videos that were uploaded most recently. Okay, like for instance, wow, there was one from 5 hours ago with Dr. Tom Cowan and Dr. Andrew Kaufman. So I'm glad I saw this because I'll be looking out for that. If you ever see a video on YouTube, it's disappeared, I would say 9 times out of 10, you'll find it on BitChute. Okay. And then we had also talked about Dr. Simone Gold. So let me put her name in. Do the same thing, newest first search. And here we go. She was one of the doctors from the American Frontier Doctors. She's not only an ER doctor, but she's also a lawyer. She went to Stanford Law School. So she's really put herself on the line. Then we have the former 25-year FEMA worker whose name is Celeste Salome. And yeah, she gets highly religious. If you can see, there's Satan's DNA in the COVID vaccine. And she has said that in the tests, you're being magnetically tagged. She also showed one website that literally shows that there's a project to have every living organism, including humans, barcoded. So do a little critical thinking on that one.
Yeah.
Then we have Dr. Vernon Coleman, and he's on brand new Tube now because YouTube kept taking his videos away, but he's probably here on BitChute as well. Yeah, so here's some of his. And then Dr. Buttar, who was really the first whistleblower on the internet as far as this COVID. He talked in like late March or early November or early April. Okay, so here's him, Rashid Ali Buttar, and that's a pretty good amount of Christine Northrop. Let me put her up too, so you can find her. There she is here. All right. All right, so let's go now to some more. Let me stop the share. Okay. Let me go to specific ones that we discussed. Well, we did that one already, right? Domestic terrorism. And if we didn't, this is the mass tort one. So it's very short, actually. It's only 6 pages compared to that 183 one. And I showed you where that one was. Okay, let me go to the next one. Are you seeing a blank right now?
Right now, it's not showing your screen anymore. It's weird. It's showing our cameras instead. It's weird because, yeah. Okay, now we have something new here.
Right, so now we're going to, this is how to create an affidavit. And there are some simple instructions that you can listen to on the video. This is what I was asking about before. So you listen to these videos on how to go about step process. You have to give them the affidavit. Then they don't answer, then you have to, I believe, contact the sheriff department. And I don't know how to go from there, but as you can see, you fill out an affidavit, declaration of truth against the employer or small business that is offending you. And then, well, he has here against the corrupt governor or public servant. Yes, you could do that. School principal, superintendent for violating constitutionally protecting the rights of your offspring. Rick Martin states offspring because that denotes the fact that children have come from your property, your body. So whenever you're defending your children or other people's children, say offspring, because that means that it's coming from their body, therefore it's coming from their property. So now we're talking like legally they're offending you since they're your spawn. So read how to fill out an affidavit, then watch the 2 videos below. So I wanted to share that. All right. how to create an affidavit. And again, you can find that in resources. If I clicked on resources, hopefully you're still seeing this, right, Chastity White Rose?
Yeah, I'm still seeing it all right now.
Okay, so if you keep going down, you'll see how to create an affidavit. There it is, how to complete affidavits, okay? All right, so I'm going to stop the share.
Okay.
And every time I say stop the share, I think everyone who says stop the spread. I hate that term, right?
Yeah.
Stop the spread, wear a mask, and don't breathe again. Stop the spread. Yeah, okay. But, this is my this is what I have to say when I'm doing the computer. Stop the share. All right, so I can get to
whatever works for you.
one. Thank you. All right, so where am I? The StreamYard, share screen, Chrome. Okay, the Healthy American. This is Peggy Hall's website, which Chastity White Rose, you've said you've been on. This is where I actually met Dr. Judy Mikovits, heard her speak. And here's some documents that Peggy Hall has put up that you can use. And she has a lot of laws, too, that I actually was utilizing for a letter that I had sent. This is really just great information. You can print this out at your leisure. She does not ask for money if you print out her signs. I mean, if you want to donate to her, that's one thing. But what they were saying before, she does charge for online courses, but they're very specific. So everything else is free unless you're actually taking up her time individually or in a small group. Okay, like she's had a few business owners. What else? One was for employees. You can find that all here. All right, let me stop that share and let me go back to. Well, I really think that I should show you the links that made my eyes open to the whole manufactured Minneapolis situation that we were talking about earlier. So I had seen a few lectures, and there were some really odd things about who we thought was George Floyd up in Minneapolis, but then when you do some researching, you find the social media page of attorney from Texas, Timothy Daniel Jaffet. And I think he might have had some posts taken down, but this one is still there, June the 14th. And you can see that he states that George Floyd died in Corpus Christi, Texas in early 2016. I was his ad litem based on a request from the hospital to appoint a guardian because he had stroked out on some bad legal. They needed a decision maker. I got the assignment to investigate. George Floyd was on a gurney awaiting an ICU bed. He was alert. He gave me his name, year of birth, 1967. When I asked him about any relatives, he said he had a sister in Minnesota, which is where, we thought that it happened in 2020, or call out to Texas A&I because they knew him. Tonight, my proof of everything I said to those that supported me by asking for more information and not vilifying me. So just like I was vilified for stating that this attorney said what he said, well, I guess he was vilified too for saying it. Thank you, but keep picking this apart because the only way it stands is if I clear away the lies. That's what that's why I want to interview him, but it hasn't happened yet. In fact, this is the program from the high school gain where Minnesota George supposedly attended, and a statement from the attendee. I was at the game. I have the ticket stub and VHS recording of the game where they show the picture as a part of the starting offense for Yates. There is no George Floyd on the team. Okay, so you might see that he did have a little bit of misspelling here, game were. But you got to understand, lawyers are very pressed for time. I'm pressed for time. So maybe he was doing the talk to text because I'm seeing I shows up uncapitalized, and that's what happens in talk to text. So we can't, discount him just because there's a couple flaws. We all have flaws when we do texts and talk to text. So anyway, you can't really see it here, but it starts with Floyd George right around here. If you get onto the actual site, you'll be able to see it. All right. So you can copy down that long string and find that. Okay. Let me stop the share. All right. Hang on. And let me get to the next one. Okay. And like it's saying that I have to go to Chrome each time, and it's interesting because
It doesn't
one
have
of
a
the
full
people
screen option, like a different option to just share the full screen without a specific tab. Because it
have
does
all
whenever.
different,
Yeah. See,
I
whenever
have all
whenever
different tabs.
Yeah, like when I go to share screen, it has separate things. It has your entire screen, application window, and Chrome tab. And so what happens with me is like I'll show you a quick example. Like if I share my whole screen, it does some really freaky stuff so that you can see like my interface. And then if I go outside of my browser, it shows that. Also, my mom is calling and leaving me voicemail, so I'm distracted on my phone.
Well,
But
that's
yeah,
okay. You can show me later. Let's get to the content, what people want to see. So this was the second Facebook page passage that I saw about George Floyd in relation to Timothy D. for Daniel Jeff Fed, attorney at law, June the 14th, 2020 at 8:59 p.m. He is in Central Standard Time. He says, anyways, to conclude the story and start dumping documents, George Floyd died of a second stroke and organ failure shortly after due to overdosing on synthetic marijuana. Remember, nobody knew how to treat it, but being indigent, he was cremated and his urn set out. There was a cardboard marker. Phew, that's sad. Now to the hurtful part. Before he died, we got a hold of his sister in Minnesota. She didn't want nothing to do with his stupid dopehead self. Okay, so the attorney, he didn't say that. I guess he's quoting how it was said. Actually, my notes say crackhead self. All right, so he's an attorney. He is quoting what was said there, even if it doesn't sound right. He legally, I guess, has to state how it was said. But after he died, she flew down the next week right here to Corpus Christi, tried to talk to anybody who would listen to her, the newspaper, TV stations, and the NAACP, as a matter of fact, threatened to sue everybody. Once she realizes that he was cremated and there was no liability, she left. I can't tell if it's the same sister or not. The sister there with Minnesota George versus the sister of Texas George, but I know who wasn't in that coffin. Okay, and there are many people that have comments to say on this, and you can too if you can find this site as I did. All right, so I'm going to stop that, and you're going to see blank here, and let me share again and share screen, and let me go to the tab. Okay, this is Dr. Vernon Coleman, and I just want to share this one because this is really important. I listened to this for 15 minutes last night, and I felt so bad for him. He was actually crying at the end. I don't want to do a spoiler alert, but, I mean, he talks about those who have passed away from this vaccine that's not a vaccine, and I think you should see this.
Dr. Colin Barron, my friend Dr. Colin Barron's videos.
He's really upset.
And listen to my friend Richie Allen's radio.
Yeah, you can. It's not acting. It's not acting whatsoever. He's a very intelligent person.
Were you meaning to screen share this?
Are you not seeing it?
I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing anything.
Thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
Okay, a moment. Do you see it now?
Okay, now I've clicked it to add to stream.
All right. So you can find this It's called Dr. Vernon Coleman, Doctors and Nurses Giving the COVID-19 Vaccine Will Be Tried as War Criminals. Now, mind you, Reuters said that this is only partially true, and they don't call him a doctor, which he absolutely is. They say there is a video of a man saying that doctors and nurses will be tried to giving the COVID-19 vaccine, and this is not true. They're discrediting him. I believe that he is correct because during the Nuremberg trials from World War II with the Nazis, they said, well, we were only following orders. Well, that didn't cut it. They got in trouble. So it is possible that those who are administering this vaccine that's not a vaccine could get into trouble, especially if they don't reveal the risks. And from what he's saying, and I believe him, many of them are probably not talking about the risks. Okay. And, I just want to state that I was made to take the TB test a few times. And the last time I had to take it, I tested positive. So I had to then have a chest x-ray. And I'm thinking it's because of this. Peggy Hall said that anybody who takes the TB test actually has TB viral particles going in them. It's possible that when I had one of my first 2 TB tests, that the viral particles went into me, and even years later, I was still testing positive because of that. I don't know that for a fact, but I did not have TB, and then I had to take the chest x-ray, and then I was negative. So why am I telling you this? Because I don't recall anybody saying that TB viruses are going to go into me. Otherwise, I would have said no. I would have said I'd rather have the chest x-ray, or actually I'd rather have nothing. But anyway, I just don't feel that, medically speaking, when people are given these procedures, unless you're going under the knife, that you're really educated as what is happening to you. All right, so really watch this and please spread this around because it's very upsetting the amount of people who have passed away. All right, I'm going to stop the share. Now, this is a really important one because, yeah, he's not play acting. He's for real. Let me stop the share. Okay. This is important because this was our guest. Our guest has this website. It's called, wait a minute, where is it? I'm trying to find it here. Interesting. I don't think I put it up. Here it is. Great Mountain Publishing. This is from Edward, the lawyer. Okay, so here it was June 14th, 2020. And he has a whole bunch of links and photos. And then I made a comment here, and that's how we met each other.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing anything on my screen.
Oh, again?
That's the thing, because see, I don't understand what's happening, because you should have an option when you click the share. It should have an option for you to be able to select your whole screen no matter what, and then just switch to whatever. You won't have to click stop share over and over. I think something's wrong, because you're supposed to be able to share whatever's on your screen without having to stop and start and stop and start.
Well, I keep having to click on it, so I'll try what you're saying, but yeah, I'm not sure if it will work.
So when you first click share, what pops up? What does it show you? Does it show you like an option for full screen or a specific application?
Chrome tab. Oh, okay. Entire screen. There it is.
Yeah, did you find it where it says lets you share the
Yes.
whole screen? Yeah,
Yes.
that's the way to do it, because then you'll be able to switch between your Chrome tabs without having to click stop share. That's the way I thought you would do it. So yeah, so now I see your whole. Oh, wait, wow. Yeah, I see your whole screen. So now, yeah, so now when you switch to something else, like it looks like, oh, you've got all sorts of stuff open. Oh yeah, now this is the way. This is the true way.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Let me get back onto the screen that I was on. One moment. Where was I? Okay, where was I? Well, now I'm not seeing where I was. I just wish that I had done it for that one more, because I can't find what I was talking about. All right, so then let's just keep going. This one is a friend of Edward's, James Fetzer, who was supposed to be on, but something happened today. He has a great article called "Clever Forensic Investigation Offers Compelling Evidence COVID-19 is a Scandemic." So if you want to go through here, he has a lot of details here. Some tables. I didn't even look at this. Deaths in U.S. by year. Okay. All right. Let me go to the next. 1,100 California school districts. And it's a letter. There's a PDF in here. And it talks about exactly what I believe Edward was talking about, an emergency use or authorization of the COVID-19 vaccine. You can't force this on people because it's not yet licensed. So I would totally state that you should be looking at this. It talks about employees, employers, schools. Okay. All right. And there's some hardcore lawyers working for the Children's Health Defense Fund, including Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who is the son to Robert Kennedy, who was assassinated, who was the brother of JFK, our former president. Oh, yeah, this is the Reuters. This is that Reuters article that I was mentioning about that. It says a video of a man claiming that healthcare professionals who administer the COVID-19 vaccine are war criminals have gone viral on Facebook. I mean, it talks about a video of a man. No, it's not a man. It's Dr. Vernon Coleman. And so I don't put stock into Reuters anymore. There's many fact checkers.
I mean, I assume he's also a man, but they kind of left out him being a doctor too. So
they wanted to leave out the fact that he was a doctor. Yeah. So, where am I here? This is something that you're going to have to look yourself, but apparently there were some documents that were leaked and are found at the sites of the riots that happened after the Minneapolis event, and you can peruse through there. I hope you're checking out the websites. This one has the most documents. Okay. So, these to me don't look like they were just fabricated, but one doesn't, one never knows. I'm trying to, well, that's interesting. Okay. So this should come up. Yeah. Okay. Action map. There's a whole bunch of documents you can see here, but it's just coming up real slow. If you want to find that website, peruse that. There's some signatures on there. Action map. mean, you know, be a that happens, and yet they have a map of where to go. This is a really great documentary that I would like to watch about what actually happened in Minneapolis. And it states that there were records. It states that there was a medical mannequin business nearby where everything happened in Minneapolis. And this is called George Floyd unofficial report, Weatherman 3, all for Floyd, Weatherman 3, all for Floyd. I don't know if this is still on YouTube. If it is, it's going to be really difficult to find. And it's a shame because this has not gotten a lot of leverage, and it is extremely encompassing with facts. So, there. All right. We're almost done here. What is this one here? Okay. So this right now is, this is for the Love of Truth, the Truthers Forum, when I was interviewing Adam Wagner. And in here, he discusses how he actually spoke to attorney Timothy Daniel Jaffet, who said the same thing to him that he said to me, that George Floyd was his client who passed away in 2016. So I did get to interview Adam, and that's what he looks like.
Yeah, it's going
right
really
here
slow
as it's spinning.
because since it's using your internet connection both to load that video, but also your internet connection for being on the stream, it is ridiculous.
This one here, this interview that attempt Jeff gave. He didn't give his video footage, but he did give his audio. So I highly suggest what Jaffet sounds like and his story, that you listen to one of the two videos that interview.
And now it stopped screen sharing.
I'm trying to share with you on YouTube. If it doesn't come up soon, I would just say to copy down this URL right here. Stop the shares.
Yeah, it stopped sharing. I think
Tessie,
you broke
Rose?
it. You had too much open at once.
I did want.
Can you hear me?
Can you? Yeah, I did break it. I broke it because it was going too slow.
Oh,
that's why.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought it was.
So
it was a glitch.
No, I broke it because it was going way too slow. So I'm going to bring it up again, but I just want to get the one that I was trying to show that Edward had written, which you said you could not find. Oh,
I'm sorry, Timothy. I'm sorry. Just a moment. I'm trying to keep up with you. Would it be all right with you if I did audio record you, or would you prefer that I don't do that?
No, not yet.
Okay, then. All right, no problem. I'm just typing my notes out.
okay, this is Adam Wagner for the interview.
Johnny Bailey, Section A&I. This is very important. He got drafted with the Bears. He died in 2010 from pancreatic cancer. Pretty good news. But he kind of broke the stereotype of prison school.
Okay, so I'm not gonna have this completely be listened to here, but you can find it yourself by going to this URL and it's called "The Real George Floyd Died in 2016," attorney says. And it was uploaded on August the 11th. Okay? And that is his name.
Is there a clip of that game?
If you were to call Timothy Daniel Jaffet, you will hear him sound like that. He is licensed in the state of Texas. All right, enough with that. And then, were you able to see that, by the way, or no?
No. Yeah, because the
Well, I
screen
wish you had
share.
said that. Okay. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
think you stopped it from
clicked
sharing.
off of it.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. There's really only one to share with you. But I have to get it up because I don't know why it's not here. Oh, well, I was talking about the Children's Health Defense Fund. You didn't see this one before. So, yeah, look at this. This came out about a little over a week ago, and it gives great resources on how your employer is not legally able to require you to take this vaccine that's not a vaccine, the COVID. All right. And let's see here. That's the routers one that I don't want to. And there's Fester. Oh boy, where is it? That's that. No. No. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing, and this is going to be the last resource that I show. And this is what Edward had written, how I found him. Okay, he has this site. You're not seeing any of this, right? You just hear me?
Yeah, I only hear you, but you're not seeing it because I think you stopped the share, and then so it's not showing me anything right now. So
okay, this is going to be the last share screen as soon as I find it.
Yeah.
Because I had it ready and now I do not. Okay, here it is.
Let's see if it will show up on my end something or not. Okay, something's coming. All right, here we are, Great Mountain Publishing.
Yes, this is Edward's page. And you can look this up, greatmountainpublishing.com/?S = George + Floyd. And you'll find all this information. And then I had made a comment way down here, and that's how I met him. It's not coming up, but trust me, you can make a comment with Timothy Jaffet's Facebook will come up. And that's it. I think that we've really gotten through a lot of the resources that we discussed. And I'm grateful for that because it just makes it a lot more easier for people.
Yeah,
Right,
and
so
hopefully people got most of the benefit of that. But sometimes it does get really slow when you have those tabs open and things are trying to load while you're on a live stream especially. But we did the best we could. It's actually pretty cool, the StreamYard thing, what it lets us do.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Right. Thank you, everyone. Question what's going on. We're not like rebel types of folks. We actually like to follow the rules, Chastity White Rose and myself. But when
unless
you are
the
being
rules are immoral.
Exactly. And in this case, they are infringing upon us. They're infringing upon animals. How many animals have been slaughtered in the name of COVID? And I don't even know if they had COVID. How many minks did I say were killed? I think over in Europe. Did I say 1 million? I had read something like that.
Probably.
I mean, how can you how can you, what's the word? Look yourself in the face after doing that mirror. So that's all I want to say. You got to question authority if you're being made to do things that are wrong. Okay, like this anal swab test in China. I mean, no, that's such a violation. And if we don't stand up now, that kind of stuff's going to come over here. Don't think that
if somebody tries to anal swab you, that's a good time to shit on them.
All right. And with that, I'm going to say, keep up the good fight, breathe, pray, and try to just enjoy this life around all this stuff that is going cuckoo. But speak out, because if we don't have you speak out, then it makes it all the more harder for people like us that are fighting for your freedom and getting that information out. Please, we really ask of you. It's only fair. Thank you so much. My name's Monique Lukens, along with Chastity White Rose. Where are you?
Good night, everybody.